I would really appreciate, though, if you stop calling me a feminist. Because I don't have issues with men. In fact, I love men a lot. I'm like slowly and surely realizing that my quality of life diminishes so much when I'm with men romantically. Like platonically, it's great. I love them as friends. It's so great. But as soon as it turns romantically, it's like they just suck the joy, suck the life out of everything. Like, no, and you're ugly, and that's why you use fake profiles to go and try to harass people, because you don't have a fucking life, and because your own mothers failed you because they fucking sucked, and they created inbreds who literally hide behind computer screens trying to get dopamine hits by harassing women because you're not men for real, because you fucking suck.
I hate how no one taught us about breastfeeding, and I had the hardest time breastfeeding, and now like I have this really clingy kid who won't let go of me, and I can't really do much because she's super on top of me, and weaning is really hard, and I don't really have a support system because there's no villages for it.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got a sister, man, that tried to talk down on O'Shea Duke Jackson, and it just seems as if she hates accountability, right? And that's what you can say about a lot of women in America. But this one right here, this is a different breed, because when you look at her page, she's very hypocritical. She's very hypocritical. Pretty much every video contradicts one another, right? Y'all saw the intro. Y'all see the intro, right? She says she loves men, but then turned around and made a whole video about women. If you don't want to date men, or women, if you want to live a healthier life, don't date men. But yet somehow you say you love men. You love men, but yet when it comes down to wanting to date a man or whatever, somehow men suck the life out of your body. Somehow men do this. Somehow men do that. She say, well, you know what? Hey, you're mad that, you know, I can get all these good men, but yet still single. You know what I'm saying? Not even married, right? You say you get all these good men, but yet, you know, you're a single mother. What happened to the man that you had 9 years ago, right? Another contradiction. She says, man, hey, well, look, she calls men incels and all of this stuff. Calls men incels, yeah, I mean, the biggest thing with her, she talks about their mothers, right? Oh, your mother ain't this. You know, your mother ain't that. You know, your mother failed you, da. But then turn around and makes a video about how hard it is to be a mother, and nobody ever taught her how to pretty much be a mother. So you cry, complain, and bash other men about their mothers, quote unquote, but yet your mother didn't even teach you how to be a mother. Didn't even teach you how to be a woman, actually, right? So, you know, and then she says that she's that she's trying to build villages, and, you know, that she's a womanist, and, you know, for womanists, for a lot of sisters like her, she's saying that, you know, she wants to build a community, that she wants to build a village, that she wants to bring black and brown people together. But yet you sit up here and bash the brothers, right? And she say it's not about black folk, but let's just be real. We know it's about black folk. But she sits here and bash men, and it might be about men too. But that right there goes to show misandry, right? You say don't date men, right? So how can you sit up here and say, if you want to live a healthier life, don't date men, but then turn around and say, hey, well, you know, I'm trying to bring black and brown people together. Well, KB, how can you correlate that? Well, think about it. If I'm telling a woman, hey, you don't want to, well, listen, if I'm sitting over here saying, you know, I'm trying to bring all black folk together, but then I turn around and sit here and make a video and saying, well, hey, don't date men if you want to live a healthier life. You could just assume. I mean, it's just, let's use common sense here. If you're telling a woman not to date men, you're telling sisters also not to date men, not to date black men. But yet your sole purpose is to bring people together. It makes no sense, man. So let's go ahead and jump into this.
Yesterday, I dropped this video called Single Mom Who is a Black Feminist Blames Black Men for This. And this from a young lady by the name of Aphrodite_house. So I want to apologize because I called her Aphrodite. That's not her name. Her name is Aphrodite. And I got this video from somebody. I didn't even know who the young lady was. But I want to play the original video from her TikTok, and then I want to play her responding to this video. So let's play her first video there.
I love being a mother, but I absolutely hate motherhood and what we as a society have created motherhood to be, because I feel like it's ruined my life. Hard reality. Oh my God, how could you say that? How could you hate motherhood? I hate motherhood. I hate everything about it, because no one tells you half the shit that, like, you're just supposed to be born figuring it out. As a mother, you get no grace. Men get all the grace. Men get to be like babies if they want to. It's just all like the whole concept. What are you looking at? It's like the whole entire concept of it was clearly created to benefit men. And that's why they feel like majority of it is just on you. I hate it. I hate that I had to change my entire life. I had to give up every single thing, sacrifice all these things, and it was just expected of me because I'm the mom, I'm the woman, right? And men barely have to change anything. And when they do bare minimum, it's rewarded. And then meanwhile, we constantly are bombarded with judgment at all times for every single thing that we do. We can't even take a break for ourselves. I can't go anywhere without being asked, where's the baby? Like, I'm the only person who made the baby. Yet he can go anywhere he wants to do, like, just do anything. And no one ever was, where's the baby? Like, because men aren't, like, the babies aren't considered, like, a part of them now for some reason. It's just like they can just do whatever. I hate how no one taught us about breastfeeding, and I had the hardest time breastfeeding, and now like I have this really clingy kid who won't let go of me, and I can't really do much because she's super on top of me, and weaning is really hard, and I don't really have a support system because there's no villages for real. No one cares about mothers. When they come visit, they go straight for the baby. Nobody cares about you. And it's evident that nobody cares about you. Like, people don't even like you, but they like your kid. It's just super weird. I literally hate it so much. You're super limited with what work you can do. I've been working remote at home, and it sucks. Like, I'm forced to get these like remote jobs that I don't even like, because finding childcare here has just been really fucking difficult, and the wait list has been crazy. And so it's put me in a position to just always be a stay-at-home mom while I'm working, and I'm burnt out, and I just hate this entire thing. Like, love my daughter, love being with her, but motherhood, hate it. I'm never having any more kids. That's just it. We're gonna be best friends. I'm gonna pour all my love, everything into her, but will I ever repeat this shit? No.
So that's the initial video that I responded to. She tagged me on TikTok about an hour ago, and she posted this video. Goes by the name of Aphrodites _HAUS. I don't know if she pronounces that house. I don't know how she says it, but she has over 3,000 followers, and she's a self-proclaimed Afro womanist.
Hi, thank you so much for that beautiful video that you made of my TikTok that I posted when, like, in October. I was totally caught off guard, but I always say all publicity is good publicity. So thank you so much, especially with your big platform. I know that this can definitely highlight and be beneficial to a lot of the amazing work that I am doing. So kudos to you. Second of all, it's Aphrodite. If you are aware of Greek mythology, you would understand that Aphrodite is the goddess of beauty. I name myself Aphrodite because I am a Black woman and very proud of being a Black woman. So that's my own adaptation of that. Also Haus. Haus is in German. It's a place where things are done exceptionally well. And I feel like that's what I do. When I do things, I do them exceptionally well. Like a lot of the community work that I do, I am a builder. So in that video, when I was discussing my woes with the concept of motherhood, not being a mother, but what we as society have created motherhood to be, which is extremely self-isolating, I went on to essentially just discuss my woes with it. And at that point in time, I was really sad and disappointed because the man in my life, for the last 7, 8, 9 years of my life, we were going through it. And so that was the result of that. However, I do have issues with your video and the programming that's happening right now. As a community builder, especially people who build spaces, safe spaces for Black and brown people, that's my life's mission. The fact that you took that video and automatically labeled me a feminist, which you should really do research on feminism versus Afro-womanism, because Afro-womanism is for the Black community, is for the Black family, is for Black people, and it's for Black villages. So you really have to, before you make these videos, like actually learn what you're talking about. That's one. Two, you're creating and fueling agendas to create disdain for Black men. I never once said in that video, Black men are responsible for this, Black men. I never once said Black men. And so I'm feeling like there's some reflection that you need to do. Why do you feel the need to tear us further apart? Because I'm in the business of building. And so like, what are you doing? And please do better.
So of course, like I said, her response was nice. I don't take any umbrage with it. I thank her. If you're watching this video, which I'm pretty sure you are, I thank you for your clarification on what your name is and what you actually do. You stated that you are a builder of Black and brown people, which, I mean, that's nice. I think that's great. You even challenged me to, tell you what I do, which I don't think that's really what we're talking about today. What we're talking about is what you were talking about in the first video.
I would really appreciate, though, if you stop calling me a feminist, because I don't have issues with men. In fact, I love men a lot, and men love me. So yeah, there's that. You don't know the situation with my child's father. So I think that you have a crush on me. You have a crush on me? Is that why you want to keep posting my beautiful face and checking out my page? That's really cute. Just DM me. We can maybe talk. I don't know. You're not really my type. But I do actually have a podcast coming out with a single father, and we do discuss just parental woes and like what led to our journeys. Because unfortunately, yes, I do create villages and safe spaces for Black and brown people. And I had to build my village as a single mom. And it works better for me. And my child is loved. Her dad gets her half the week. I have her the other half. We live 2 minutes away. Everything's good over here. Thank you for the...
So, she says, man, that she had to build a village as a single mom, right? And she said that works better for her. People, listen, she says building a village, whatever village she's talking about, she's saying that works for her, building it as a single mother. But once again, she made a whole live video. Y'all saw it. She made a whole live video about how hard it is to be a mother, how hard motherhood is. But yet you're okay with building a village, right? Not just taking care of your kids, but building villages too. Your video that you made in the past, man, is going to cover, man, what you just said. Well, man, hey, I enjoy, man, building a village as a single mother. I can do that. I enjoy that. But once again, you made a whole video about how hard it is to be a mother and start shifting all blame and accountability to somebody else, to men. Oh, well, men should be doing this, men should be doing that, men should be doing this. But yet, you say you hate motherhood, but then turn around and say, well, you know what? As a single mother, I enjoy doing this because, hey, well, I can enjoy building a village because, hey, man, forget it. I'm a single mother. I can do this. And it doesn't make no sense, man. It really doesn't make no sense, right? And another thing is, a lot of women like to say, hey, well, you don't know the situation that I got going on with my baby father. And she even said in one of her videos that she had issues with a man that she was dating for 9 years. Now, I would assume that it's your baby father. I would assume that it's the Black man that gave you a Black baby, right? Out of 9 years, what happened? Right? Out of that 9 years, what happened? A lot of women like to say, you don't know what's going on in my relationship. You don't know what's going on with me and my child fathers. father. But, you know, once again, right, we see it, right? You complain about men all day on your channel. You complain about men. You complain about men, mainly black men. Let's just be real. Once again, I assume that it's a black man, right? I assume, right? I could be wrong. Once again, you sit here, you talk about men, you down men all damn day, you know, but then, like I said, you turn around and say, man, you know, hey, you don't know what's going on with me and my man. Since you just said, man, that y'all had issues. You said that, man, that you were having issues with this man for the longest, for years. And now it's, well, you don't know the situation with me and my man. So it's just like, I mean, obviously I know enough if you made a whole video about him and say, hey, well, you know, here's the reason why you're shit and date men. God, dog.
People keep telling me that being single looks good on me. I'm like, no fucking shit, because I actually could finally fucking sleep. I'm like slowly and surely realizing that my quality of life diminishes so much when I'm with men romantically. Like platonically, it's great. I love them as friends. It's so great. But as soon as it turns romantically, it's like...
Of course, any man that is your friend is going to be a bit better because, I mean, he's not trying to get anything out of you. He's just a friend. But when you're talking about dating, of course, you're going to have to go through those growing pains. People, can y'all tell me what relationship that's been going on for some years have not had its downfalls? People, can y'all please tell me who, point me in the direction of somebody, man, who had the most perfect relationship in the world. They never argued since the day they met. Can y'all please tell me that? Can y'all please show me and point me in the direction of people, man, whose relationship never had any fault? Can y'all please point me in the direction of people who had relationships, man, where, you know, it was all cookies and creams. The wife doing this, the man doing that, no arguments, no nothing, no disagreement, no nothing. Can y'all please point me in that direction? You can't, because even some of the best relationships had some of the most hardest of times. It's a fact, right? But see, you got this chick who comes up here, right, who claims to be a leader of a black community, who claims to build villages, who claims she wants to bring black people together. You turn around here and you say, man, hey, well, men suck the life out of you. Men this, men that, men that. But once again, right, you're trying to bring black families together. In order to bring black families together, you got to get the man on board. In order to bring black folk together, you got to get the sister on board. You got to tell the sister, hey, man, you got to love these men. You got to treat these men better. But according to her, man, it doesn't work that way, right? It's only a woman. It only got to go to woman's way, right? And maybe that's probably why she's in the predicament that she's in, right? She claims to sit over here and get tons of men, that a lot of men love her and shit. But I mean, if a lot of men love you, you wouldn't be in this situation. If a lot of men love you, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be making these videos.
They just suck the joy, suck the life out of everything. And then living with them, never a fucking again in my life. Never again. It's like, I just can't do it. Like, I just feel different. Hey,
and the crazy thing is, men can say the same thing. But here's the crazy thing about it, right? Because this goes for women. I'm pretty sure the old people heard this saying, because it's an old person that told me this. When it comes down to women, you can't live with them, but you also can't live without them. We need them. But according to her, she's saying we don't need men. You don't need to date men. But yet, once again, right, you got a kid by a man. It makes no sense. Like I said, it makes no sense. Right? She's sitting over here saying, oh, you can't, well, I just can't live with them. Oh my gosh. Guess what? Men can say the same thing about women. But see, here's the thing, right? Once again, it's all about who you pick to be a partner. That's number one, right? She obviously suck at picking men. And then number two, right? You can't live with them. You can't live without them. And like I said, man, this is the type of rhetoric, man, that a lot of sisters bring to the table. Right? This is a rhetoric a lot of women in general bring to the table. A lot of you feminists, right? She gets upset when people call her a feminist, as if a lot of the shit she say doesn't line up with what a lot of feminists say. It makes no sense, right? It makes absolutely no sense. You say you're not a feminist, right? A lot of women denounce feminism, but then in the same breath, be all about it.
I fucking wake up, I have a routine, I work out, I even box again. Like, I do all the things that I've been wanting to do, and I have time to make other.
And once again, right, she's putting all this blame on men, as if a man kept you from working out, as if a man kept you from waking up, as if a man goddamn was keeping you groggy or whatever. If the man that you were dealing with was that much of a burden to you, why didn't you let him go beforehand? It makes no sense. Why didn't you let him go beforehand? And I just assume she's talking about a lot of men, but I assume she's talking about her baby father too, right? She claims that nobody knows what relationship she has with her baby father, but once again, she said on the video, well, me and my baby father, you know, or me and the person that I was just in a relationship with 9 years, and I assume that it's her baby father. It was hell. It was this. It was that. Oh my gosh, boy, this tell you, man. This sister, man, got some issues, but let's keep going.
Other friends and like have my own fucking life again. Like, honestly, if you want to be happy, just make friends with men, but don't fucking be with them.
Right, like she said, don't be with them, right? But once again, she's all about bringing black folk together. She's all about bringing a black family together. But in the same breath, you telling men, hey, don't be with these men, right? Don't be with these men. So what? Give them kids, so you pretty much these women gonna want something. These women gonna want somebody, right? But hey, if they listen to her, hey, just be friends with them, right? So one or two things are gonna happen. You're gonna knock down the population of black folk, right? But yet once again, you trying to bring black men and women together, right? Because you're saying, hey, don't date black men, don't date men, right? But once again, right, you're talking about you for the black people. But she's all over the place, right? She's just all over the place. I can't even freaking finish it. I can't even finish it, man, because she's just all over the place. And once again, she's saying don't date black men, but then in the same breath saying, you know, she's a woman and she's trying to bring black families together. In order to bring black families together, you got to bring a black man and a black woman together.
It's so hard being attractive, intelligent, and a mother, especially because, you know, you incels are upset that a woman like me, even though I am a mother, because apparently that devalues you, that I still get access to great quality men, and that I'm still, choosable, whatever the fuck that means. And so, like, it makes you mad inside because your little man anger, right? Your beta man anger, you cannot even smell a woman like me's, my ass, and like, from behind that screen. You can never get close to somebody like me. So it bothers you. You want me to have shame. You want mothers to have shame. But no. And you're ugly. And that's why you use fake profiles to go and try to harass people. Because you don't have a fucking life. And because your own mothers failed you. Because they fucking sucked. And they created inbreds who literally hide behind computer screens trying to get dopamine hits by harassing women because you're not men for real. Because you fucking suck.
Now, look, I agree with her to some degree, just a little bit, with men that jump in comments, man, and, you know, and say, you know, women, you know, you're gonna die alone and da. Though that might be true for a lot of women in some of these cases, like this one, like it's about looking like that. But when you go out your way to go say that to a woman, man, number one, you lost the argument, right? Because women are going to use that against you. Women are going to be, oh man, you saying I'm gonna be alone? You just an incel, da. It's like you fuel these women when you say shit like that. I've never said no shit I've never said that shit in my life. I never told no woman, hey, you're gonna die alone. Why? Because it's like, listen, number one, man, that's bashing, right? That's not nobody. That's not any person in the manosphere goal to bash women. Why you don't think, man, I don't do that shit? Why you don't think O'Shea Du Jackson do that shit? Poor Man Podcast, all of these people. We just bring awareness to the inconsistencies in society and inconsistencies in the black culture, in the black community. But when you sit up here, you know what I'm saying, you bash women, you start talking crazy about women, start telling women, hey, you're gonna be living alone, you ain't never gonna find no man, da. You know, like I said, for some women like herself, it might be true, but when you start doing shit like that, number one, you fuel the fire. Number two, but you kind of look lame. Let's be real, you kind of look lame, bro. Telling a girl, oh, you ain't gonna goddamn, you ain't gonna find nobody and da. Let's not do that, right? Let's not do that. Let's not do that, man. We're older than that. We're bigger than that, right? A lot of men who do that, man, you kind of do make the manosphere look bad, right? Because it's like you got a bunch of these incels. I mean, look at what she's saying. You got a bunch of these incels coming on here, man, and something about their mothers, and you're whack and this and that and this and that. And it's like, right? You can't stoop down to her level, right? When you have women like this, you allow them to sit up here and bash you and call you out your name and do all of this stuff. But these are the same women, man, that say, you know, They want equality. These are the same women, man, that say, they're trying to bring the black people together, right? And have nothing to show for it. But like I said, you can't engage in that. You can't, and see, look, right? It's not even engaging in that because once again, some of these guys, they going out their way to say that shit. Don't say that, man. Don't say that. Grow up a little bit and just, hey, look, certain women have certain ideas and opinions or whatever. If you want to say something about it, if y'all go on my TikTok, women come on my TikTok and talk crazy all day, but I approach them in a certain manner. I don't sit over here and cuss them out. I don't sit over here and call them out their name. You lose the argument. Even if you're in the right, you still lose the argument when you do that shit. You still lose the argument because you're not going anywhere. And it seems as if when you do that, you don't, shit, oh, what? Because that's what women do. Listen, people, that's what women do. That's what women like herself do. Jump in comments, oh man, you this, you that, you ain't never gonna get no booty, you gay, blah, blah, and talking about your mom and all that stuff. Allow women to do that. But when it comes down to men, if y'all coming up in the comments and doing that shit, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? You in a sense just prove a point in a sense. So, like I said, man, she makes a good point on that. She makes a good point in that. That's going to be going down that path. You got women like herself, mainly this one, going down that path. But, it's not up to you to sit up here and say that. Really, it's really not up to you to say that because, once again, right, it makes you look a certain way. It makes you look a certain way. Kind of makes you look weak.
You suck. And you're ugly. And, like, that hurts. That hurts. Oh, my God. I can't imagine. So, yikes. Like, telling women that they're going to end up alone as threats is like, if you guys were the only men that's left, that does not sound like an ill fate. So you guys are going to have to find new shame tactics. It's just not given. Sorry. Ill. I love this new generation of women because we don't give a fuck. Like, if I want to complain or talk about things and I don't like the way they are, so fucking what? I'm gonna do it. Because people need to know. Because your mothers felt the exact same way. That's why they gave up on mothering you, and that's why you guys are the type of men that you are. Because your mothers were not fucking happy. And instead of them expressing their unhappiness, they internalized that shit and they got you guys to show for it. So, it's just cute.
Like I said, man, I ran into plenty of women like this, man. Women like this are just stuck on one thing, right? They're stuck. You cannot change their mind. You cannot change their mind. There's nothing that you can say that could change this lady's mind. She's gonna think how she wanna think, right? Right. So then, like I said, when men like somebody like Osei Duke Jackson or whoever got them comments on her and say, hey sis, you're wilding, right? You need to take accountability. This is what some women like to do. They'll then sit up here and say, I was just joking. A hit dog will holler now. So they pretty much try to push it back on you and sit over here and say, well, I was joking, but I see, man, that you're taking it that serious. That mean it must be true. When, sis, we know for a fact you truly mean some of the shit that you're saying. You say it's a joke, but we know you mean this. Like, that's the thing about it. We know you mean this. Y'all ever had somebody, man, who just joke on you so much, right? And they be so aggressive with it, but then turn around and say, bro, I'm just joking. Bro, nah, bro, you're serious. So she says, the Manosphere finding one of my old sad videos and making up whole scenarios to fuel their black women hating divisive agenda because their mothers failed them. I told you, she loves talking about somebody else's mama, right? But yet, once again, she sits up here and complains about how nobody taught her how to breastfeed. I mean, damn, I think just instinctually you know how to do that, but right? She claims to be intelligent. Hey. So then she says, her that their mothers failed them. So she's pretty much saying that my mom failed me. But once again, right? My mom's married. She got a great man. She's living life. Let's just put it that way. So then she also says, now they're weak-minded and conventionally unattractive beta men in a cult projecting their insecurities on single mothers because they cannot punish their own mothers. Right? Now look. She sounds intelligent, right? To put everything like that. The wording sounds good, but sis, when you start peeling back some of the layers, you start actually watching the videos, sis is not very bright, right? She's not very bright. Well, like I said, she loves to bring up somebody's mama and it's like, sis, where's your mom, right? For you to sit up here and say, man, nobody taught you how to be a mother. Who teaches a woman how to be a mother? Who teaches a woman how to be a woman? Your mama does, right? But apparently her mama didn't do that. But yet she's so quick to let them judge somebody else about their mama, right? Once again, a lot of your women, mainly your sisters, but a lot of your women, I take that back. Just generally speaking, your women look at constructive criticism as a bashing. A lot of your sisters come up to me and sit up here and, oh, well, you be bashing women. Well, what have I said that disrespected women? What have I said, man, that put women below anybody? They can't bring up nothing. Well, look at this video. You talking about the video of the damn girl that was sitting over here bashing her own boyfriend, bashing her own baby father. So I said, hey, man, well, maybe, you should pick better men. You saying that's bashing? You're sitting over here telling me that me telling a sister, hey, look, I understand you keep complaining. You keep crying and complaining about the men that keep looking at you and looking at you wear booty shorts with your crop top and all that stuff. Maybe if you just wear certain clothing, you wouldn't have to go through that. Oh, well, why are you trying to tell me you need to go ahead and regulate them? Don't regulate me. You're bashing me. So, like I said, a lot of your women look at constructive criticism as bashing when that's not even the case, right? But like I said, you got this chick right here who will call you out your name, who will call you incels, who will call you gay, who will sit over here and talk about your mama, but then turn around and sit over here and say, well, men bash women, right? And another thing, O'Shea Duke Jackson, he has the Pan-African dating show, right? He has Celebrity Junk. He has his own show, right? And when you look at some of his videos, he holds everybody accountable. He talks about what goes on in society. He talks about what goes on in the black community. If sis will stop sitting up here and trying to judge and just actually watch some of his videos, because she's saying that he's pushing an agenda. And it's like, when you look at some of his videos, what agenda is he pushing? Besides trying to make sure black folk and black men and black women are put together, what agenda is he pushing? He's sitting over here telling men and telling little boys that are black men, hey, you need to be moving this way. Hey, you need to be moving that way. And he has numerous of examples. I'm putting them up on the screen. He has numerous examples. But you got this chick right here. You have a lot of sisters that will try to push a narrative that the manosphere is the manosphere is pushing this, that the manosphere is out here trying to bash women, when that's not even the case. Right? You have women that come up on the Kendra G show with 5 kids. Right? Hey, O'Shea Duke Jackson just did a video where sis was wearing a bonnet, had pajama pants on and shit, you know what I'm saying, had 5 kids. Then she sat up here and said that she said she was married but got divorced at 29 with 5 kids, right? And then Kendra G asked her, well, why did y'all divorce? Did y'all know this chick sat up here and said because it ran its course? Nobody dates, nobody get in marriage, just for the course to run out. Marriage runs its course when somebody in that marriage dies, right? And even then, it still lives on. That's when it's supposed to end. Not, man, when you have 5 kids at the age of 29 with, I would say it's other men, right? 5 kids, come on, man, let's be real. And like I said, you got a lot of women like that. You have O'Shea Duke Jackson talk about that. You have pages like mine talk about that. Saying, man, you got these women that sit on here, believe they deserve a man they believe that they deserve a man that's on his ish. She even said it. Not this chick, but the chick O'Shea Duke Jackson was talking about. She's saying, man, I want a man that's on his stuff. But yet, since you're not even on your stuff. So you have men who make videos like that, talking about stuff like that. You got to expose it. Right? But no, you have sisters that will big up that will say, oh yeah, sis, oh, do your thing. You deserve that. You deserve that. Instead of being truthful and tell these sisters, man, look, maybe you need to go ahead and lower your standards, right? But a lot of your women look at that and say that's bashing. And I don't see how, but you know what, hey, she crossed the line to sit up here and say, what is he doing for the black community? Like I said, he has the Pan-African dating show. That's number 1, right? And it brings black folk together. But sis saying that she's trying to build communities and all that stuff. Sis, what are you building? Once again, you said that you want to see that womanism is about bringing black folk together, bringing black families together, but yet you over here telling black women, let's just be real, you're telling black women don't date black men. Let's just be real. That's all she's saying. Y'all do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, leave me a subscribe.